I found out my wife was cheating because she suddenly started caring about things she'd spent 10 years mocking. Her nails, for one. For a decade, Hannah treated nail salons like scams for bored women. "I don't need tiny rocks glued to my fingers to feel valid," she used to say. Then one Tuesday, she came home with a fresh set, glossy and perfect, tapping them against her phone like she'd always had them. When I raised an eyebrow, she shrugged and said, "It's just self-care," which was new language for a woman who once described scented candles as expensive air. We were married 11 years, no kids. Suburban New Jersey. She worked in HR. I ran logistics for a mid-sized company. From the outside, we were painfully normal. From the inside, she was already auditioning for a different life, and I was still reading from the old script. I didn't confront her, not yet, because something in me didn't want closure. I wanted entertainment. The first clue wasn't the nails or the gym or the sudden obsession with oat milk lattes. It was her phone autocorrect. One night she texted me, "Running late, meeting ran long with the team." But when I glanced at her phone later while she showered, I saw the word team had been manually corrected from Tim. Tim. Tim wasn't a coworker. Tim was a married guy from her office I'd met twice. Loud laugh. Gym bro energy. Always called me my man like we were fraternity brothers instead of two adults buying potato salad for a work barbecue. Once you see the crack, the whole wall falls apart fast. I didn't need to spy much. Hannah wasn't careful. She thought she was smart. That's worse. People who think they're smart get sloppy because they assume everyone else is stupid. Hotel receipts, same place. Thursdays, HR conferences, gym selfies sent to someone who wasn't me. Inside jokes I didn't understand anymore. So yeah, she was cheating. And instead of confronting her like a normal human being, I did something else. I leaned in. I became the best husband she'd had in years. I cooked more. I complimented her. I encouraged her self-growth. I told her she deserved happiness. I even said once, "If you ever felt trapped, I'd want you to be honest with me." I watched her nod solemnly while lying directly to my face. That's when the idea formed. See, Tim wasn't just cheating with my wife. He was cheating on his. And his wife was intense. The kind of woman who ran marathons for fun. The kind who baked elaborate cakes for coworkers who didn't like her. The kind who believed deeply in loyalty, honesty, and public accountability. Her Facebook page was a shrine to marriage. I didn't message her. Not yet. First, I let Hannah dig herself deeper. I started inviting Tim over. Casually, barbecues, game nights. "Hey babe, Tim says he's bored. Should we have him and Melissa over?" Hannah always froze for half a second before recovering. "Sure," she'd say, smiling too wide. Watching them pretend not to touch each other while standing 3 feet apart was better than Netflix. I started playing dumb questions into conversations. "So how's work culture these days? Still lots of team bonding?" "Oh yeah," Tim would say, laughing. "Very hands-on environment." Hannah would choke on her drink. But the real fun started with the group chat. Melissa, bless her heart, created a couples group chat called Friday Friends to organize dinners. She loved logistics, loved coordination, loved everyone feeling included. I started helping. I added photos, tagged people, suggested themes, shared memories, including one specific photo, a completely innocent picture of Hannah and Tim laughing together at a work event. Not touching, just close. I captioned it, "Love seeing these two always teaming up work besties." Melissa reacted with a heart. Hannah didn't sleep that night. Still, no confrontation, so I escalated. I casually mentioned to Melissa that Hannah had started staying overnight for work events. "HR life must be wild," I joked. Melissa replied, "Funny, Tim's been doing the same." Seeds planted. Then came the weekend trip. Hannah told me she had a 2-day conference out of state. I told her to have fun. I kissed her forehead. I even packed her charger. While she was gone, I invited Melissa over for dinner. I didn't accuse. I didn't cry. I didn't even hint. I just talked. About marriage, about trust, about how weird it was when partners started changing routines, about gut feelings. Melissa talked too. A lot. By dessert, she was already putting the pieces together herself. People always think revenge requires action. It doesn't. Sometimes all it requires is letting the truth breathe. The confrontation happened without me. Sunday night, I was home. Hannah wasn't answering her phone. I was eating cereal and watching football when Melissa called me, sobbing. "I'm so sorry," she said. "I didn't want to believe it." I told her I knew. That's when things got fun. Because Melissa didn't do quiet revenge. Melissa did operatic revenge. She confronted Tim at work, loudly, in the lobby, during business hours with receipts, printed receipts, hotel invoices, photos, screenshots. HR got involved. Hannah got pulled into a meeting. Suddenly, my wife, the HR professional, was sitting on the wrong side of the table explaining why she violated half the policies she helped write. She came home that night furious. At me. "Did you do this?" she demanded. I shrugged. "Do what?" "You ruined my life." I laughed, not loud, just enough. "No," I said. "You did. I just stopped protecting it." She screamed. She cried. She accused me of manipulation, of entrapment, of being petty. She wasn't wrong. The divorce was fast, not amicable, but efficient. Tim lost his job. Melissa kept the house. Hannah moved into a one-bedroom apartment and started finding herself on Instagram. 6 months later, I ran into her at Target. She looked tired, still pretty, still angry. "You seem happy," she said bitterly. "I am," I replied. She stared at me and said, "You didn't have to destroy everything." I smiled. "I didn't destroy anything," I said. "I just let everyone see it clearly." And as I walked away, cereal in my cart, phone buzzing with a text from Melissa, inviting me to a group dinner. Yes, that Melissa. I realized something important. Revenge doesn't have to be cruel. Sometimes it's just well organized.